Hello there. This is day 36 of the 90-day series that we've initiated, where we are building up our mind muscle connection through putting ourselves onto the spontaneous speaking practices. So, this is day 36 for that. All right. So, uh, we have to talk about some random situation here. So, let's talk about life in general. Uh, we think that everybody is saying that. I mean, we must have heard everybody saying that life is meant to be enjoyed. So why is everybody chasing work? Why are they working so much? When will they live if they are working that hard? This is what I have heard everybody saying. But what we forget is that uh, being happy is not just a single dimensional construct. Happy, if we go into the core of it, even though that is very difficult to do, but still, happiness is a positive, such a profound and long lasting positive affective state in their head that can be generated any from through any means. For example, it's not just that if somebody would just take a break from their work and they will be chilling out with friends on the weekends is the only thing that will make them feel happy. No, happiness comes from meaning. If somebody believes that they have a purpose in their life that is aligned with what they are working with. For example, if they are of a belief that the work that they are doing depends upon the skill that they have been given for a purpose, and they are supposed to utilize that skill to contribute into the society for good. For example, bade business tycoons, business tycoons, we might think that they are not happy, but working towards their goals, which is more fundamental, means that is purpose oriented, so that will give them immense pleasure, immense happiness, not pleasure, immense happiness, even more happiness than what they can extract out of those social relationships, probably for some people. But of course, building up social relationships is another source for being happy, and engaging into meaningful activities which gives somebody's life a purpose is also one of the source for being happy. So it's not just limited to just, you know that what we think as an human, like as an individual person, I would say, like, we are subjective beings, right? We are just getting driven up by our own beliefs, and we are so unaware of the fact that those belief, those perceptions, those opinion that we think that belongs to us is not what belongs to us truly. That is also getting shaped by so many experiences that we have outside. So if we believe that happiness is only spending time with family and taking rest on the weekends, no, that is our subjective view of that. Being a human being, subjective beings. Shah Rukh Khan, one of the most top leading guy, he said that I extract immense happiness out of working out, not only in the gym, not the gym working out, but working out in the work, the field that he have chosen. He feel obliged to work for that, and that is one activity that he extract most happiness from. If he would stop going out on the workplace at the earliest and would not give his best during that phase, ignoring his rest of the things that is going on in his life, he would not feel as happy as he is feeling right now. Of course, if he would lose several other factors like building up social relationship will also might not make him feel happy, but these go hand in hand. Working out is also one of the most important thing. So yeah, we should not just go like very very, self-centered, believing what we believe is the only view. No, human beings are Like they have been described in the literature scientific community as the most subjective creature. We are most unpredictable because every human is distinct. Although we are working upon the same underlying principle of how mind and brain works, but still mind is so much depth that is more deep than an ocean. We have no idea how deep that is, and how much experiences, how much thoughts, belief patterns, ideas, experiences, what all is lying down there without us being aware of it, and that is silently shaping everything that we think that we are deciding. No, that's when these Machiavellism guy, he was he was one of the most famous psychologists. His entire work, although I haven't gone through, yeah, this is what I say every time, but I should go through all of these people because I'm really impressed by how much they have contributed in the field of psychology. So that guy used to believe that human brain, like human beings, can be manipulated. I mean, their behavior is so, like, it can be understood, and it is like in a series of events, like one thing leads to another. If you want him to behave in a certain way, we need to go beyond, like step back and understand what where does his belief system lies. Just make a slight change in his belief system, then his perception, the perception, the way that he interpret reality as will get shifted. Belief is leading to the lens he's looking at life, and the way he will be looking at life is how he will evaluate the situation out there, which is his attitude formation. That can also be changed and altered based upon making just one single change at the belief system. And then the way he will be evaluating the situation in the form of his attitude formation will lead to how he will be behaving outside. So it all can be changed. His work was about manipulation, several other human oriented activities, behaviorism, not behaviorism like Skinner and that another guy, Pavlov and etc. Not like that, but yeah, although somehow similar. So there is so much that needs to be understood without just being very conclusive about anybody or any concept about what should be done and what should not be done. What we think should be done and how life should be lived is our own subjective view towards that. And who do we think we are? We are just a subjective being who have no idea where they are getting that belief from, like why they are perceiving the reality as they are. They have no idea. When we will be asking them certain question, they'll be surprised to know that which exact part in our past experiences have shaped us to think what we are thinking right now. And if we would change just one small tiny incident in their past experiences, it will change the entire way that we evaluate the situation today. Then what are we being so arrogant about? We are nobody, seriously. And we are fighting with each other, claiming that I am right, you are wrong. Dude, we have no idea who's right, who's wrong anymore. If you would go into the depth of how is this everything happening. That's why I think that understanding psychology as a discipline or as a subject is not just a fancy thing to do. It's the it's the most required thing that every human being should go through. Because if we would not understand the mechanics of our mind, how would we know, why would we do what we do? Because this is the only thing which is governing our entire thing. We are projecting our fears, our insecurities on everybody else. We are telling people this is not something that one should do, don't do that, it is scary, this is hard nut to crack. We say that every time anybody trying to or attempt to do something which according to social parameters is not doable. So it's not actually, it is not doable, but it is that we are someone who have had those experiences which have shaped our viewpoint, and it have shaped entire dynamics inside our mind, which have led us to have this opinion about this situation. But that opinion that we have belongs to us. That is only applicable to us, because the opinion that we have formed have come onto this existence based upon our past experiences, our failures, our difficulty, our challenges. But how can that be generalized upon someone else who's having entirely different experiences, past experiences, and on the basis of those experiences, his belief system, his thought process, his internal dynamics, everything. So why do we impose our viewpoint on to everybody else, saying that no, this is right, this is wrong, this is how it should be, this is how it should not be? Dude, get a life. And I'm no less, seriously, I am one of them. Being a human, that is the perk of being human, that we can't escape the matrix that easily, because we are so self-centered, seriously, very centered. Egoism is what it has been called. Identity, we are not able, like, we are not making any effort to detach ourselves from that identity. It's all a game of identity only. That is a separate topic in itself. We can talk about that sometime in future, but yeah, subjective beings we are. Yes, that is it for today. All right, the length of the video have started to get stressed, to almost 12 minutes. See, it used to be for like 1 minute only, that when we started. Now it is going way beyond the limit. But anyways, I said that once those 30 day will be 30 days will be completed, we will come up with something more. We also mentioned in the previous like maybe on the 10th day, that the constant of recording this video for 1 minute only, because the short video form we are recording back then um, was not allowing us to go more into the intellectual depth back then. And I was thinking that I have said that. Now what if I won't, like, I have created a perception of me being some intellectual guy and engaging into intellectual practices in future, as if we really are. I thought that for a while. I said that now that I have positioned myself as someone who is capable of doing that, what if I won't be able to? But yeah, it's fun. Seriously. All right, goodbye. And you know what the fun fact is, that the fact that we are not here to please anybody out there is what make these videos absolutely uncut. That is the perk of not giving a damn about other people and doing what you want to do. It doesn't matter. Instrumental use of anything is not the long term game. Chasing the high through your own way works. I don't know what that means. Bye bye. Pseudo intellectual.